This is Wake Up and Lead, a daily podcast where ambitious young professionals learn to lead themselves. I'm your host, Hampton Dortch. Today, we're talking about fellowship. Here is how to spot a true friend. I'll start with a story. I was on a run with one of my really good buddies, and I hope that he listens to this. But this was about a year ago, and I asked him because probably 6 months before he had said, there's a possibility that I could get promoted, blah, blah, blah. And I just kind of forgot to follow up and ask him about it, which, that's on me. But I ended up asking him, I'm like, hey, did anything ever happen with that promotion conversation? He was like, oh, yeah, I got promoted like 5 months ago. And I was like, dude, what? You have to tell me that. And here's the thing, though. We're so cautious to share things that might seem like we're bragging. And that's just because most people are insecure and most people write themselves into the story and can't handle great news and don't celebrate their friends. Here's the point that I'm trying to make. Yeah. People always talk about how kind it is and how good of a friend you are if you comfort someone during a hard time when they lose a family member, when they lose their job. But I'm not as concerned about that. I'm way more concerned about the friend that absolutely gets fired up and celebrates you when you get promoted, when you get engaged, when you close a huge deal, even if it's like being more successful than they are. And so that this is what I told one of my friends or my buddy when this happened. I was like, hey, next time something big happens in your life, you better tell me. And for me, it's hard because a lot of times something big happens in my life and I'm with a friend and you kind of balance like, okay, do I tell them this? Does it sound like I'm bragging? And over time, when you build that relationship with somebody, and you were like demanding that they tell you the exciting things that that they're fired up about, it just starts going both ways and it doesn't feel like bragging. That's how you know when you have like a real rich, authentic relationship, when you celebrate each other. So remember this, a good friend comforts you during hard times. A great friend, a real friend, a true friend, a best friend celebrates you when you win. So a go and do for you is to be the friend that you're looking for. You may not have someone right now that you feel like you can share something with where they're not going to take it as bragging. But the best way to find that person is to look at the people in your life and say, hey, what can I celebrate you for? What is good going on in your life? I feel like for too long, we haven't talked about this stuff. We feel like we're bragging if we talk about it. I want you to be able to celebrate. You can always tell me. And over time, they may start telling you, and then they'll start asking, and you can share the big things going on in your life. It's time for you and me to wake up and lead.